The Rings of Power Amazon trailer is finally here. My name is Ashley Victoria Robinson, and I am here on behalf of Majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where we love comics, and we know that you do too, to watch this trailer with you for the first time, react to it, and let you know about any and all Tolkien Easter eggs that I see, because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Okay, I have the trailer right now geared up to 0:00 if you want to watch along with me. We're going to do 3, 2, 1, play. So 3, 2, 1, play.
Haven't you ever wondered?
Sounds like Galadriel. Numenor. That's definitely Numenor with the Argonath statues.
Beyond our wandering.
I know that those are hunters appearing on the ridge, nomadic hunters, because I saw that on a writer's Instagram. Harfoot. Harfoots, if you don't know, those are like proto-hobbits. Hobbits from Second Age. Ooh, Galadriel being a real badass. We love elven warrior princesses. Ooh, this is our like Baron character. He has a romance with a human woman in the Aragorn, Arwen, Baron, and Luthien style. The elf with the dark hair, that's Gil-galad. I freaking love Gil-galad. Very important character in the Second Age of Middle-earth dies. Prince Durin Elrond. Princess! Okay, also possible Harfoot hand. We also saw a little person before, someone with slight stature who I think might be. Okay, lots to unpack. Hope you got some of that live. So it looks like Galadriel is going to be taking on kind of an Eowyn style approach to fighting the Rings of Power, which, if you've seen the Hobbit trilogy, is more in line with that, where she's calling the Secret Council. I have seen a lot of really funny discourse around this portrayal of Galadriel, her being a lot younger than Cate Blanchett's Galadriel. The actresses are actually the same age at the time they played Galadriel, but the character here, canonically, is still a couple thousand years old. But Amazon has come out and said that this takes place 2,000 years before the events of The Lord of the Rings, so obviously she's younger, but just I think it's funny that the actresses are the same age. Really brief look at Elrond, played by Robert Aramayo. You may know him from the Tower of Joy episode of Game of Thrones. I definitely thought he was going to be slated for a Numenorian character, maybe even Isildur, who we also know is going to be showing up in the series. But he's actually playing a young Hugo Weaving. He is playing a young Elrond, which is going to be really interesting if they get into some of his canonical relationships with Galadriel's daughter, but I don't know if she's appearing in that, so we will see. I got really excited about the Harfoot characters because we know that there aren't going to be hobbits, but we know about the river folks. We've seen Gollum be a river folk. Harfoots are a precursor to hobbits. Hobbits don't actually show up until the Third Age of Middle-earth, but that is okay. We see this really cool shot of Numenor that's in a very Osgiliath, Minas Tirith in the OG movie trilogy kind of style. We see the statue that I got really excited about, but very little from the human characters. A lot of the human characters that aren't Elendil and Isildur and that line that eventually goes all the way down to Aragorn, King of Gondor, are original characters for the series. So it was really nice to see them, but this trailer unfortunately not revealing a whole lot about what's going to be going on there. Gil-galad, very exciting to see, a character that I'm super interested in. Like I said, does tie in very deeply to Sauron, does canonically die fighting Sauron. So I think this is a really exciting trailer. The design, the aesthetic, the way it's shot really, really looks like they're trying to ape the WB movies and their style. Like the landscapes, and they did shoot in New Zealand, the architectural style, the costumes definitely feel like they're going back to Peter Jackson, Philippa Boyens, Fran Walsh, and all of their original collaborators, which I think is the right idea, even though this is a different studio. Galadriel's a lot more active than she is in the book. I think for the sake of a television show, that's probably the right choice. Is Celeborn going to show up? Would love to see Celeborn. So, of all the trailers that came out of the Super Bowl, I know a lot of people were really, really hyped about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I'm really hyped about Lord of the Rings. I think we saw a lot of really, really interesting things here. I think we're going to get a great sense of who is leading the show. But I also feel like this is what we already learned from the Vanity Fair article, which is maybe why we got some of the revelations there, knowing that these were going to be the characters that we were going to be seeing in the trailer. Durin If you remember him, because he's the king of Khazad-dûm, Khazad-dûm is Moria, which we know they delve too greedily and too deep. We see Moria in the Fellowship of the Ring. We kind of know what happens to it. Princess Disa, I'm really, really interested in. I love her costume. I can't wait to see a female dwarf and a female dwarf in a position of power where she's going to be able to take a little more agency. So, exciting trailer. Not a whole lot we didn't already know from it. September 2nd is still a long, long way away. We have things like WonderCon. We have things like Comic-Con. We have all kinds of upfronts, stuff like that coming. So I think I'm going to be back here talking some more Tolkien, some more Lord of the Rings with you before September 2nd, but I wanted to get all of my initial thoughts out here, reacting to this trailer, and share my joy about all things Tolkien with you. If you would like more from me specifically, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ashley V. Robinson. The V is very important. Send me your Rings of Power thoughts, theories, any Easter eggs you think that I missed because we watched it. It's a really short trailer. And don't forget, for more of my writing and all things geekery, go to majorspoilers.com, the comic book website where we love comics, and we know that you do too. We will talk to you soon. Be safe, my friends, and make good choices.